you just lost that. Yep.
Unprecedented flooding has inundated Taree's Manning River, surpassing its 1929 record of 6 meters on Wednesday morning, and the water is still rising. In 24 hours, NSW SES has responded to 892 calls, including 130 flood rescues, with the majority in Taree, Wingham and Glenthorne. Thousands isolated, hundreds rescued as NSW records flood. Unprecedented flooding has inundated towns and stranded residents across the mid-north coast and Hunter regions of New South Wales, with parts of Taree, Wingham and Glenthorne in the most danger. NSW State Emergency Service personnel have rescued hundreds of people from floodwaters and rooftops, while thousands have lost power or are isolated by road cuts. Fresh warnings have been issued for residents in Smithtown, Belmore, Conchila, Jerseyville to evacuate now. Residents in parts of Gumma have been warned to move to higher ground. There are currently 24 flood warnings in place across the New South Wales Hunter and Mid-North Coast. The Bureau of Meteorology, BOM, is currently issuing severe weather warnings for residents across the Mid-North Coast and parts of the Northern Rivers, Hunter, Northern Tablelands, and Northwest Slopes and Plains forecast districts. A coastal trough is bringing heavy rain and sustained thunderstorms, with more expected as the storm builds and moves south. 6-hour rainfall totals are likely to be between 60 and 100 millimeters. 24-hour rainfall totals are likely to be between 100 and 150 millimeters. Major flood warnings remain in force for Manning and Gloucester Rivers, Patterson and Williams Rivers, Hastings and Wallumbye Brook and Nambucca River. Moderate to major flood warnings are in force for the Macleay River. Residents on the NSW Mid-North Coast and in the Hunter have been isolated due to major flooding. Across the Hunter roads are closed and rivers are rising. The BORM has issued the latest major flood and severe weather warnings for eastern NSW. A coastal trough off the mid-north coast is bringing widespread heavy rain and thunderstorms, resulting in minor to major flooding across parts of the mid-north coast, Hunter, and Central Coast catchments. A severe weather warning is in place for heavy and locally heavy rain for residents in the mid-north coast and parts of the northern rivers, Hunter, northern tablelands, and northwest slopes and plains forecast districts. Residents living in low-lying areas adjacent to the Nambucca River have been advised to evacuate immediately. Among the disaster relief measures activated and available, eligible residents may be able to receive assistance to help with immediate needs such as emergency accommodation and essential items, and grants are available for low-income and uninsured residents. Support is also available to affected local councils to help with cleanup costs. Newly elected member for Port Macquarie Robert Dwyer welcomed the declaration being activated so early. He told ABC Radio many people in the region were being supported at evacuation centers tonight. The federal and state governments have activated disaster assistance to communities across 16 local government areas stretching from the Hunter Valley to Coffs Harbour in the north. Natural disaster declarations apply to the following LGAs: Bellingen, Central Coast, Cessnock, Clarence Valley, Coffs Harbour, Dungog, Kempsey, Lake Macquarie, Maitland, Mid-Coast, Nambucca, Newcastle, Port Macquarie, Port Stephens, Singleton, and Upper Hunter. The NSW State Emergency Service has provided an update on flood relief efforts on the state's mid-north coast. Emergency services have now completed more than 400 flood rescues. Residents in low-lying areas of Maxville have been advised to evacuate immediately. ABC meteorologist Tom Saunders said heavy rain would continue along the northern coast. He said the continued rain was the result of anti-clockwise winds around a high-pressure area, causing moist air from the Tasman Sea to flow into a trough along the coast. He said rainfall along the coast was expected to reach 100 to 200 millimeters in the next 48 hours, but local rainfall in the next 24 hours could reach 300 millimeters.